everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today, a little bit of a different video. I did mention it in last week's video. I have a basket of empties to show you. I know this isn't the most interesting video, but I personally like watching them, so I thought today we would try it out again. But without further ado, let's jump straight in and I'll show you all the products I used up. The majority of my empties were skincare, so that's why I'm also excited to tell you about them, just because I have a lot of skincare. I don't know if you can see down there, but I have like an entire tray of skincare that I still need to use. I have a tray that's currently in my rotation, so I go through skincare quite quickly and I'm really excited to show you this. I have one product that probably will be empty by the time this video comes out, but I'll show you that towards the end and hopefully that will also be an empty. So first things first, I finished this. It's the Parsley Seed Facial Cleanser by Aesop, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it's called Aesop. This was about this full when I got it because it was like an empty from one of the jobs that I worked. You know, if some of the guests just used a little bit, we can't put it back out, so they kind of give it to us. And it took me about 6 months to use up, but I really did like it. It was pretty astringent, if I'm not lying, so it dried out my skin quite a bit, but it got off my makeup and my face felt clean afterwards, so I was really happy to finish this. And face wash is one of those that I kind of jump between, so I really don't finish anything very quickly. I have like maybe 4 in my rotation right now, so really happy that I finished this. This is an expensive product. I wouldn't repurchase it just for that fact, but I did enjoy it and I'm really happy I got to try it. Next, I finished this Sephora Hyaluronic Acid All Day Hydrate and Glow Moisturizer. So I got this in Greece, I want to say in maybe October last year. How long is that? I think I finished this probably 2 months ago, so it didn't really take me very long. It is only 30 mils, so quite a small one. I did really like this and it was actually my second tube, but after trying some other affordable products, this wasn't the greatest. It started to peel up on me and generally didn't feel moisturizing enough. So I have combination skin and my skin is very dehydrated, so I go through phases with my skin where it's just thirsty. So this didn't help that much. This isn't expensive, it isn't affordable either. It is a little bit pricier than your standard Nivea or Garnier, but I did enjoy it at the time, but I'm so glad it's finished and I'm not going to repurchase this again. Next, this is another small one. This is 15 mils. I finished the Kylie Skin Moisturizer. You can't really see because of the lighting and it's pink with like white writing, but I did finish this. It finished pretty quickly because I did really like this moisturizer. Not a fan of the packaging, but I did really love it. Would I repurchase? I actually thought I wanted to. I went to Flannels, I think it's called, the shop, and they had them there and it was £25 for the big one. But then I thought about it and the one I'm using, the current moisturizer I'm using is the Dizzy Panda from Home Bargains. I really like this and it's really thick and occlusive, and this was £3. So I just couldn't warrant wasting money on something I liked but didn't love, so I wouldn't repurchase, but so happy that I got to try this. The whole little test kit, it really was helpful to just get a feel for the product. It lasted me about a month and a bit. Obviously it was just testers, but I'm really happy I got to try it, but wouldn't repurchase again. Then another Kylie Skin product, which was the vitamin C serum, and as you can see, it's done. I love this packaging. I might actually repurpose it for my other vitamin C cream. Might use that. But this is the Kylie Skin Vitamin C Serum. Like I said, the smell was really bad on this. It wasn't my favorite, but I did like that it didn't lift my foundation or my moisturizer under it. The current one I'm using, which is the Garnier Vitamin C Dark Spot Corrector, this one unfortunately peels on me, so I really did like this for that, but I'm not consistent with my vitamin C. I don't know if that's bad or good, but I don't always feel the need to use it. I don't think I would repurchase it again. I think it is quite expensive. I also did actually finish the Milk Toner by Kylie, but I think I left that in the UK. I didn't bring that empty with me, so my bad, but I was really, really happy with this, and like I said, I wouldn't repurchase. Next, I finished these two products. It is the Skin Treats Hyaluronic Acid Serum and the Skin Treats Niacinamide Serum. Really like these. I don't think the potency of them was like The Ordinary or the Inculus. It just didn't feel like it was doing much for my skin. So I was using about 3 drops of these and using them daily. Like I would use the hyaluronic during the day and the niacinamide at night, for example, but I just don't think the potency was effective. I would buy them again. It was really affordable. I think I paid 140 Rand for 3. I have the vitamin C serum as well, which is currently in the UK, but I finished up these two. Really happy I finished it. I literally was shaking out the last dregs of it, and in all honesty, it was an extra step in my skincare routine, but it still felt luxurious enough to include it in, and I just felt like, ooh, serum step, like, you know, it was quite exciting. So I'm really happy with these, and I would definitely repurchase it if I had the opportunity to. I did get those from Clicks. Then this isn't completely empty, but it's gone bad. There's only a slight little bit left in the bottom. Oh, it smells really bad, like crayons. There's like a tiny little bit, but this has gone bad. It only lasts 6 months. So this is the Inculus Niacinamide Serum. This is honestly one of my favorites, even though I don't notice a difference when I'm using it, but I can tell a difference when I stop using it. When niacinamide is one of those products, literally I can't see the effect that it has on my skin. Once I stop using it, like I said, I could see like the oiliness of my skin and the pores and the sebaceous glands on my nose. They all just kind of kick up a fuss and they cry for this. But I don't think I would repurchase it again, just because, again, I don't really love the packaging of this, and I just discovered the Ordinary one with zinc in it as well. So I feel like that's more of like a multi-purpose product where this is just one ingredient. I mean, I love the product. I would probably repurchase it if I couldn't get the Ordinary one, but I did really enjoy this. And like I said, this is probably my 3rd bottle of this. Lastly, for skincare, I finished this, the Laneige Water Bank Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. Absolutely loved this. The smell is delicious. So the packaging looks like that. It was gorgeous. I loved it. It's really thick, really occlusive. Like it felt like a treat on my skin, and I absolutely loved it. Would I repurchase? Probably in this size. I wouldn't get the big one because I paid like £27 for this with 3 other products in it, so I was really happy with that value for money. But for one big container for like 40 odd pounds, I just can't justify that. Like I said, I found affordable affordable skincare that I like as well, and that is just as inclusive. It doesn't smell as good, it doesn't feel as luxurious. I just think my skin is fine if I wasn't using it. I don't need to break the bank, but absolutely love it. Would recommend if you have the money for something like this. So as I said, the product that I think I will finish by the time this video comes up is the Ola Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Eye Cream, and as you can see there, I have probably 2, maybe 3 uses left in this. I think this will be done by then, so I'll just mention it now. This I would repurchase. I didn't see a difference in brightness, but I do love how moisturizing it is under my eyes, and it doesn't leave it feeling like stingy or anything, because a lot of the times my eyes water. I wear contact lenses. I have the worst vision, and this just made it feel moisturized, and when my eyes did tear up and I kind of wiped them, this didn't sting my eyes, which my current one is doing. But really love this, would recommend, would buy again. They come in a little, this is like a sample one, and then it comes with the polypeptide cream as well. I would get that again. It's about £25 for the 2, but really worth it. If you want to try it out, I would recommend. Next, let's move into makeup. So 2 of the items I'm actually just getting rid of, and 2 of them I finished. So the first one is the Essence My Power is Air Hydrating Primer Mist with Rose Quartz. So it looked like that. I had this for about 2 years, finally finished it. I just didn't see any difference. It wasn't setting my makeup. As a primer, it didn't look great. So It took me a while to finish it, but eventually I did, and I wouldn't repurchase. I don't even think they make this anymore. I got it in Spain and I haven't seen it anywhere else. The other product I finished, which you would have seen in a previous video, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter in 2 medium. I finished this up completely in a project pan and I'm so happy to be rid of it. This one was like the first lot of them, so it's not the refillable one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it because it's not refillable and I have no use for this. I really did like it. When I first used it, I didn't see like the point of it, but I don't think it was setting powder as I thought it was. It was more of a finishing powder. So once you already, and it's called flawless finish. So once you've already set your makeup, put on your setting spray, tap over your face with this, and it kind of just blurs out everything again. So for that, it was great. But at like 50 odd pounds, no thanks. I would try something else. So one of the products that I'm getting rid of, again, this is part of my project pan, but unfortunately my pump is broken and I have to kind of unscrew this all the time. So what happened was I didn't unscrew it properly. I didn't screw it back properly and the whole product kind of dried out and it's changed the texture of it completely. So I've tried to like decant it into a little vial like this, but unfortunately it's so dry. The texture has changed and unfortunately I'm gonna get rid of that. I obviously am not updating my project pan this month, so that is a small update on that and I'm really sad, but I didn't really love the foundation in the first place, so not a massive loss for me. Next, I'm getting rid of this Catrice Micro Tip graphic liner, and unfortunately it's not fully dried out, but like you have to kind of use the side of it to draw, and if you use the tip, it's not doing much. So I just don't see a point in this product anymore. It's temperamental and no thank you. So I thought I did like it, but I don't like felt tip liners. I prefer a brush tip, so I would pay a little bit extra for a brush tip. I keep saying a brush tip rather than a felt tip. It also says waterproof, but I don't know. It's not budging, but it does bleed. I don't know why I'm making excuses. I don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Lastly, this is like one of the quicker videos on my channel. So lastly, we have perfume. So I can't fully remember what this is called, but it's the Lancome Idole, I think. So the bottle looks like that. This took me a while to finish as well. I got it in 2021 and I think I used the last squirt a couple months ago. Like I use my perfume very sparingly. I basically only use perfume, so I have a few in rotation. I also use like the Sol de Janeiro body sprays, but that I layer under like my perfume as well. So I only usually use perfume. I don't use like a deodorant or anything. This is finished. I wouldn't repurchase it. The smell was a little bit too intense and like sweet. I loved it in the shop. I loved it in the tester that they gave me, but unfortunately as a whole product, it doesn't smell terrible, but there's just like there's a tone in there that I don't quite love, that smells kind of like too musky almost, and then the sweetness on top of that. So I wouldn't repurchase this. Wasn't my favorite perfume, but I'm glad I got to try it. And then lastly, I finished one of these Layering Lab by Superdrugs. It's Eau de Toilette, so again I did use this as a layering, and this is the Amber Jasmine one. Looks like that. I really did love this. Smells so good and so clean. So I bought a few of these as layering perfumes, or I just use it on a day where I don't really need a fancy perfume or anything for, so I just spritz this all over and it actually lasts. That's all the empties I have for you this month. I'm so happy that I got through so many, especially my skincare. It really makes me feel good when I use my products up. My project pan is coming on so slowly, so this is all excluding project pan as well. And yeah, that's everything I've used up in the last 6 months. I'm so happy that I get to throw these in the bin now because they've just been collecting. But thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know if there's anything that you liked in this video or anything that you finished in the last 6 months and proud of. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, please remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. But until next time, bye guys.